to you from Morris Isaacson High School in Soweto, one of the schools that's become very central to this day that's become known as Youth Day. Thank you for staying with Morning Live and welcome to the Art Bulletin. Choreographers Kiron Gina and Jacob Bernard will present a masterclass to young dancers on Wednesday. The pair, who are in residency at the dance space in Newtown, will also present their explosive collaboration titled Synergy at the class.
Well, what we're doing is going to be a joint masterclass, which I think is quite fun. Kieran's going to start off, so if you want to...
Yeah, I'm going to conduct a body weathering exploration. So basically challenging and working with flexibility and strength, and conducting a more ritualistic meditative process. And then Joni will conduct...
Then we're going to move on from that section into a gestural-based workshop. So what I'm interested in is taking what we've explored within Kiran's more abstract kind of formulated workshop, and then exploring how you can create a narrative, a more gestural narrative through movement.
The 55th International Art Exhibition of the Le Biennale di Venezia is in full swing after kicking off at the beginning of the month. A jury recently held awards for artists participating in the Biennale. Angola's Tino Segal walked away with the Golden Lion Award for Best Artist.
I think that what is nice about the Venice Biennial and why it's a great honor is that it's existed for more than 100 years, and really a lot of the 20th century artists I think were here, and to be part of that tradition, I think it's really my tradition, and to be like in a way officially put into that lineage is a great honor.
The Department of Performing Arts at the Tshwane University of Technology is adding their own twist to South African screen classic Sarafina. Their performance of Sarafina in black and white will take place at the Dr. W.F. Nkomo High School in Atteridgeville before moving on to the Soweto Theatre.
Even when the show was done in 1987, Sarafina was always symbolic, because Mbongeni Ngema used a girl to portray the icon that we know as Nelson Mandela. So we took it even further and said, how about if that girl is not just a black girl, but is a white girl? So it's a mixture of a black girl and a white girl playing the same role of an icon such as Mandela, representing, I want to believe, hope, representing all sorts of things. And in July, coincidentally, is Mandela Month. So it will be a great celebration.
Craig Miller's new body of work is currently displayed at the University of Johannesburg Art Gallery until the 26th of June. The visual art exhibition is titled Behind the Ochre Curtain.
The ochre curtain, which you could imagine would be my mind, what goes on behind once I've perceived something and once I've seen something and I've interpreted, now what happens behind the curtain. And these are all attic, some of them have got the word attic in their title. And imagine a curtain being drawn and finding all these dusty mannequins in an attic. And that's basically what's happening there. And the ochre curtain being, there's a lot of ochre and monochrome colors in this, in most of these artworks.
Iconic journalist and writer Ken Temba, who at the peak of his career was part of the historic Drum magazine, still continues to display relevance decades after his death to literary South Africa. The Ken Temba Memorial Lecture will take place next Friday at the State Theatre.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of one of his most celebrated stories, The Suit. So we thought to recognize Ken Temba's contribution to the South African literary landscape, we should organize a memorial lecture where people who worked with him and people he taught and inspired can talk about Ken Temba. I think the most important thing about Ken Temba is how he manipulated the English language, how he infused the African idiom, the township nuances into the English language, and that made a unique contribution to the literary landscape at large. That's why Ken Temba, while he is uniquely South African, his writings appeal to the world.
Funny Fori's Lobola, which is a movie about an Afrikaner man and a Zulu woman who have to navigate their way through Lobolas, is continuing to scoop international awards. The local blockbuster recently walked away with the Audience Award at the Seattle International Film Festival.
More than 400 international filmmakers, actors and industry officials attended the Seattle International Film Festival, which is the largest film festival in the United States. Fani Furi's Lobola won the same award at the Sedona International Film Festival in Arizona earlier this year, as well as the Jozi Film Festival in Johannesburg. It is directed by Henk Pretorius, with Zethu Dlomo and Edwin van Jaarsveld playing the couple. Meanwhile, the South African School of Motion Picture, Medium and Live Performance, AFTA, has hosted experimental film, TV and music festivals at their 3 campuses throughout South Africa over this long weekend.
The aim is to try and develop student skill in terms of how do they exhibit work, how do they exhibit themselves, how do they promote themselves as upcoming artists in the industry, because we all know it's a tough industry to be in, and trying to get your name out there is a very difficult thing.
TUT's Drama and Film will present a selection of 32 productions by their students. The 3rd annual Rostrum Roulette Festival will take place from the 18th to the 23rd of this month.
Each third-year applied directing students get an opportunity to direct a 15-minute piece, abstract or adaptation of a published work involving students only. The festival will for the first time also boast a word fest where lecturers of the department will deliver academic papers relevant to the South African theatrical landscape. Performances will be spread across the Tshwane University of Technology Arts campus. The festival runs daily from 9 a.m.
The Street Art and Strategy in Art Vehicle, also known as STRUT, aims at encouraging arts in townships in and around Pretoria. Their first performance-based showcase will take place tomorrow at the Mabopane Indoor Sports Center and will give artists the chance to show us what they have.
We've been saying that people will be musicating, mainly we'll be having lots of fun listening to music, different kinds of music. There'll also be different kinds of dancing as well. So when they come through, they'll actually be part of the celebration of music as an art expression.
From Morris Isaacson High School in Soweto, that's how we come to the end of today's Art Bulletin. Do remember to keep in touch with us and let us know what's happening in and around your art circles. Our email address is morninglive@sabc.co.za. Our Facebook page address is The Art Bulletin, and in brackets, Morning Live. Our Twitter handle is simply @The Art Bulletin. Until next weekend, happy Youth Day.